you doing? Welcome. If you're new to my channel, consider sticking around for a while. I post a new video almost every day, at least 6 times a week. I post a new video, so stick around if you like my style, and leave me a comment, leave me a like, let me know anything you'd like to see. I'm pretty handy in the scrapbooking world, so if you want to see something, let me know. Now, the reason I've sped this up a fair bit is because, one, it's a power scrap, but two, because if you've been here for a while, you know that I print my photos on my Epson printer and I use a matte photo paper. And even though the photos turn out a little darker on video than they are in real life, I find that I don't get the glare, and it makes it a lot more user-friendly when it comes to the videoing process. So I've sped it up a little bit because I figured we could just have a bit of a chit chat on this video, and you can honestly, even the newest person to scrapbooking can see what I'm doing. All I'm doing is creating tags, and these cut apart sheets, it doesn't matter what I do in collections, I always struggle to use these. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to make them into tags. So I'll make them into tags and I'll hide most of it. That's what I'm going to do. So you don't need a tag cut file or a tag. You can just do what I'm doing here, and you just line your circle up in the center. I'm using my crocodile hole punch for that. And then I was going to go through and put metal eyelets in all of these tags, but then I changed my mind because I noticed something that was off to the side of me that I actually used when I was doing my swatches for my distress inks that I just bought. And what do they call them? They're called dot hole stickers. I don't recall them ever being called that, but that is what is on the packaging. So I would call them ring binder circles, you know, like, so where you've got your hole punch punched out, it's a reinforcer. That's what I would call it. A hole reinforcing sticker. That's what I would call it. Something like that. And I thought, you know what? That's what I'm going to use instead. Because I do have a different idea for some hole punches and whatnot. So that's coming up. So see here on my tags. So I actually have these reinforcers on all these tags. I do have that tag punch, and that's a Creative Memories one that I used for that. But I wanted these to be squared. So I had some tags because that's what was on the sheet. The collection I'm using here is the Simple Stories Full Bloom collection, and I absolutely loved it. I don't know what it is. It's the muted tones, I think. That's what I just love it. So what I decided to do was go around everything to give everything a bit of a lift off the page. So I went around everything with the Distress Oxide in Gathered Twigs. Now, because all my inks are brand new, they are so juicy. It's so good. I love it. So these are the hole reinforcers that I decided to use. Now, all I'm doing is, I was going to go over them all really dark like that one, but then I sort of thought maybe I could do a bit of a gradient. So that's what I did on these few, just so it's a bit darker on one side, a bit lighter on the other, and I thought I could mix it up. So that's what I did. And when I went through with the crocodile, I used the smallest hole punch because I was going to use eyelets, but when I changed my mind, I then just went back and removed a little bit more out of the center. And yeah, I think they look really cute, and it's a cheap way of doing it. These things I bought from Kmart, and these hole reinforcers, they were like 50 cents. They were dirt cheap. I did buy quite a few, and the reason I did that is because they're paper. They're not, like, they're that it's like sticker paper, you know, like you can't rip it easily, but it's paper. So I figured I could make these into whatever color I wanted. You could use alcohol markers, you could use pencils, you could use crayon, you could use any medium you wish, and you could color these things. So if all you have in your stash is some felt pens, use them. If you only have a basic watercolor set, use them. Try dry brushing your watercolor. Try putting your watercolor on a piece of plastic and just dobbing your circles into it. That'll give you a different look again. There's so many different ways you can jazz this up. So what I decided to do now is start to create this as one big piece, because I find, especially when you're doing a power scrap, I'm trying to, if you're new to my channel, sorry, power scrap is something that I've coined for myself. It's where I want to bang out a couple of pages quickly, and I make the decision there and then, just do it. Don't procrastinate, don't drag it out. Just, I do fuss with this photo, something chronic, something wasn't sitting quite right for me. So I did fuss with this, and that was a little bit annoying, but other than that, this came together pretty quickly, and I absolutely love it. It turned out it's really nice. So what can I tell you? What's coming up? My next video after this, so this one will be up next week. I'm doing something completely different. So if you do not have lots of stuff in your stash, stay tuned, because I'm going to create a lovely layout that I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty confident this is going to look thebomb.com. It's going to look really good. So stick around for that. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell, and you'll know when I load up the next video, and you'll be notified. These cottons that you can see here, they're from Kmart. Kmart Australia AU. So they're cotton twine. It's called cotton twine, but I have some in the natural color and I have some in the colors. And I was going to use the colors, and then I thought, no, I've done a bit of distress oxide in the background to give it a bit of a shadow. So I thought, no, I'll stick with the natural colors. And when I moved it, look, I found another tag that I was meant to put on there. So no harm, no foul. It's all good. So I go around and add twine to all my tags. So that is the only thing that irks me with a tag. If it's on a page and it doesn't have something through the hole. If you're going to have a hole, put something in the hole. That's my only go-to scrappy thing that I have to do. So I didn't create a big title for this one. All I did was use that one. I'm just pressing my tear tape down. I wanted something really strong to hold this because it's one big element now. So basically I went through with the sticker sheet that comes with this collection, and I decided to add some extra little bits and pieces, the stickers, which I don't always do. I like a very simple layout, but I thought this layout was simple enough that I could add some of these little tiny stickers and it would probably look cute, and I actually like how it turned out. The only thing I did after I took the photos and after I did the close-up, I did do some white splatters. Woohoo! Are you proud of me? I did splatters. Woohoo! I'm not a huge splatter fan. I like, if you're new to my channel, I like to be very exact with where my things go, where my elements, my mixed media goes. So I have control issues, can you tell? So oh, that's funny. So I don't do crazy random splatters a lot. I think it's been slightly overdone a little bit, and I'm kind of, I'd like to show you something different. So now, banners. I don't use banners a lot, but this banner looked really, really cute. So I thought, you know what, that'll go across there nicely. So I removed my little bluebird. He went down the bottom and put the banner up the top. I'm just adding a little bit of ink around the very outside just to allow the stickers to blend a little bit better, because that is my issue with stickers. I usually attach the stickers to a piece of off-cut cardstock and create more of an ephemera with it, but I thought this looked really good and it didn't really need it. So there's my layout. So if you are new to my channel, I would love you to become a subscriber. Hit the notification bell, maybe even give me a thumbs up, and of course leave me a message. Tell me what you think of this layout. It's not my usual because I don't usually do lots of tags, but I thought it looked really good. So I'm just showing you there some of the solid circles versus some of the gradient circles. Just something different. Give it a try and pop over to my new Facebook group, and that's where I show all my still photos, and you can share what you create with us as well. Thanks guys. Chat soon. Bye.